What up, folks? I'm back once again doing another video game review, and I'm reviewing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, the Manhattan Project for the NES. And this is like the third game that appeared in the Turtle series. It was the final one in terms of successive sequels and stuff. And there was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles tournament fighter that was released for the Genesis, Nintendo, Super Nintendo. I'd probably talk about those at a later time. But anyway, this was the third. Like I said, this was the third, final NES Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games. And this one is a beat 'em up just like the second one. And it pretty much has a two-player co-op like Turtles 2, the tournament, the arcade game, not the tournament fighter. And this one, when you go to the select screen, it has like a one-player, two-player A, and two-player B. The issue with that is that one of the two different two-player modes. It's kind of like Double Dragon 2 Their Revenge, where the first two-player mode, I think you hurt each other, and the other one you don't, or it's reversed. But anyway, one two-player mode, you hurt each other, you and your friend can play the two-player co-op, where one mode you can hurt each other, the second mode, the other mode, whether you can't. And it pretty much starts off with the turtles relaxing on the beach. I believe it's in either New York or Florida. It doesn't give you it doesn't give you where they are when the cutscene starts. But anyway, the turtles are relaxing and they're watching April O'Neil's news report on the television that they brought with them. And Shredder pretty much uses that as an opportunity to take over the world by, I would say New York City specifically, by using a machine and levitating Manhattan a few hundred feet off the ground. Henceforth, the subtitle, the Manhattan Project. So while they're watching this, the turtles head their way to Manhattan to stop Shredder and put Manhattan back in its place. And with this game, it has pretty much the same enemies you fought like with the second game, where the majority of the enemies are from the cartoon series and the comic book. And with this particular game, they even added a couple of bosses that most fans of the original comic book and the cartoon series are not familiar with. One is called Ground Check, another one is called Ground Mode. Then they also added the mutants Toka and Razar into the game. For if you younger gamers don't know who I'm talking about, they're from Toka and Razar from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: Secret of the Ooze movie, where Shredder took some mutagen and mutated a husky and a tortoise, if I'm not mistaken. For those of you who actually seen the movie like I did, make mention in the comment section if that's the case, if Shredder mutated a husky and a tortoise in that particular movie. Anyway, these are the type of enemies you find, like foot soldiers, mouses, stuff like that. Even the bosses have Bebop, Rocksteady, even Slash from the cartoon series makes an appearance as a sub boss when you arrive to Manhattan. And pretty much as far as difficulty goes, it's not as difficult as the first two games. The real difficult parts are when you fight Toga, Razor, Crane, and Leatherhead. Or is it Leatherface? Most likely Leather. No, it's not Leatherface. It's Leatherhead. Leatherface is a Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Anyway, so as far as the boss battles is concerned, those are the only four that's actually like tough. Cause like with Krang, he like separates his like robot body to attack. Leatherhead chokes you, and like the turtle has like a shield, and what's the name? And the wolf spits fire too. But other than that, the game overall is not as difficult as the first two, even though the game itself is kind of like a technically a cakewalk, you know. Plus, once you the game, just like there's things that I like about the game, and there's like one particular gripe that I do have about it. Much like the first two games, I like the soundtrack to the game. I like the graphics and the level design. All fits in well with the game. You know what I'm saying? It fits well with a beat 'em up, pretty much. That's part of it I like. The soundtrack is good. I say it's even like kind of better than the first two games. Some people would agree with that premise. Some people won't. But hey, it's my opinion, so I'm entitled to. But anyway, soundtrack is good. Level design, the graphics are good. The only gripe I have is with the type of moves you can do. This time, instead of having like three, you just got four because they added the fact that you can use your weapon to flip a foot soldier over your head. Actually, you can hit other foot soldiers that have to be like behind you and stuff. That's pretty cool that you can do that. It's kind of like they still got the jump kick and you still use your weapons in a regular manner. And that's like that's plus you have each turtle have their own special moves, which I particularly like, because like Leonardo had his special moves where he moves like a helicopter blade. Um, Michelangelo does a donkey kick, and that particular donkey kick that Michelangelo has is the strongest special move among the four turtles. The Raphael does like a torpedo spin, and Donatello does like a move that he's bunched up into a bowling ball type of deal where he uses his bowling to hit the foot soldiers with. Even though I like the special move that each turtle has, the problem is more so the limited number of moves you can do with that. Well, if some people, there's a lot of people who play this game will say that it's not that is not that big of a deal, you know, as far as the number of moves. That the number of moves are pretty limited because the rest of the game is pretty good. Plus, these are like pretty good beat 'em ups. It's not as great as the like the Super Nintendo counterparts in terms of the beat 'em up genres. Not probably not as good as like the Tigers per se, but it should have had. To me, it should have the moves. There should have been more moves in the Manhattan Project game. And with that being said, uh, if you like this game, if you agree with my review, don't don't hesitate to pretty much don't hesitate to mention it in the comment section. If you like the R4 games, you could also mention that. Also, if if this if you even if you want to mention the Turtles in Time for Super Nintendo, you can mention that also. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe. This is your boy Big Mike 5989 signing off.